All right. Hi, amazing artists. We are going to be visiting a virtual art museum this week. That means one that is online rather than one that we would have to physically go to in person. So, when we visit this museum called the Metropolitan Museum of Art, we are going to hop in the time machine. So, we're going to take our cursor and click on this center button that says Hop in the Time Machine. After I click on that, where I'm going to go from there is totally up to me or to you, since you are the one who is going to be doing this activity. So you can scroll down and you can click a time period. That means when something was created. You could click on geography. That means where something was created. Or you could click on a big idea. That means like the overall theme or idea that was explored in the artwork. So there are fun ones like fashion, sports, there are creatures or inventions, there are all sorts of things to choose from. So I'm deciding today to browse this website by time period. So then I can click on any one that I want. I am going to go to 1400 to 1600 AD. Then, after you click on what you want, you can always move to another one too to really narrow down your search. Let's say I want to explore artworks that were created in Europe, and then I know that I want to explore fashion. You could totally do that too. Then, after that, you're going to press this big red button. That is what you will push. Then it will show you the artworks that are under your category that you chose. So you can click on any one of these that interests you. It is up to you which one you choose. I'm going to choose this one today, the Unicorn in Captivity. Then, after you click on your artwork, it is going to lead you to this wonderful page all about your piece of art. So it'll tell you this information about the artwork itself. Then it might give you a video to watch. It will have something called Discover or a little bit more about the artwork itself. It might have you imagine something as you are looking at the artwork, and it might even have an activity for you to create. So you'll want to explore your artwork as best as you can. For instance, I'm going to go ahead and watch the video that's included in mine.
And how they grow in the medieval
would have been used in the Middle Ages. Plants that would have been used as magic, plants that would have been used as medicine, plants that would have been used to make clothes, to dye those clothes, plants that would have been used for food, vegetables, fruits, all sorts of things.
So in the medieval ages, they're very important
Exactly.
to people.
So we say that we call medieval plants plants that we know that they used in the Middle Ages.
Caleb, where are we right now?
Then, after you explore your artwork a little bit further, you are going to go back to Seesaw. Then you are going to add a response. Once you have finished exploring your work, you are going to go and add a response on Seesaw. You will be filling out this template. So the first question asks you, what artwork did you choose to explore? That's the title of your artwork. You can use the typing tool or the text or the microphone tool if you have trouble typing. So I'm just going to be showing you how to use this text tool. So you'll first get a generic one that pops up like this. You can move it around. You can also change the font on this text box by clicking these three dots at the bottom, going to Style, and then you can change the font. You can also change if it has like a border or an outline around it or not. Then what you're going to do is you are going to type the title of your work. So mine was called Unicorn in Captivity. So you can also change the size of this text box by clicking in the corner and moving it like so, bigger or smaller. You can also make it more lengthy by clicking on the side and pulling it. Then you're going to want to put it where it belongs, so to the side or underneath this one. Then you'll add another typing or text box and tell me what it was made out of. So I know that mine was made out of wool or fabric. So again, you can move this to where it belongs next to the question that it's answering. Then it asked me when it was made. Mine was made in 1495 to 1505. You can change the size, move it to where it needs to go. Then it asks you who made it or where it was made. So mine didn't have an artist that made it because it was made so long ago that I'm not sure they really knew. But I can include where it was made. So mine was made in a place called Europe. I think also more specifically in France. Now I don't really need to resize that one because it fits right there in this space just fine. Remember that I got all of this information from the artwork that I chose on the Met Museum website. Then you'll answer this last question that asks you, what did you learn about the artwork, artist, place, or time period? So I know that I learned about my artwork that medieval artists use plants to dye their wool or their fabric. And that's how they got all the different colors in that artwork. I know that medieval artists also used medieval plants. And I learned from my video that I watched that medieval plants are called that because they include any plant that was grown or used back then, back in medieval times. Now this is too big, so I'm going to resize it again so that it can fit in this text box. Then when I'm done, I'll click the green check mark to share my response. If I don't want to use the text tool, I could also use the microphone button to answer these questions. So I'll show you, instead of using this, you can use your mic tool. So you'll click on the microphone, and then it will give a countdown. You can pause in case you want to collect your thoughts and take a moment before you continue. And you could also just click on done. So then it will send me your response, or it will link your microphone and your audio to this page. Then you should see this play button show up, and that means that your answers are on this paper. Then you're going to click the check to send it to me. If you would like to do more, I would absolutely love for you to do the Imagine and complete the Create categories as well. Thanks so much!